and welcome back to a very belated on the table video, guys. So, what are we going to be looking at today? Well, first and foremost, I do have to apologise, guys, for the lateness of this video. It's been a long time coming. Quite frankly, if you've watched the Make Me Ramble video, you'll know why. Let's just make a long story short. Other stuff got in the way. I got tired of waiting for stuff, and then I completely kind of lost interest in the hobby for a long while. But anyway, guys, so what are we going to be looking at today? Well, before I went on my 2-month absence, I was working on revitalising my already existing Imperial Knight, and I'm going to show you him now. Here we go. Look at this beaut right here. Let me just re-angle this camera so you guys can see. I was very happy with the way he turned out. Basically, for you guys that don't know, this is my very first Imperial Knight. This is the first guy that I actually did. He was like a blue colour. I kind of liked it, but I kind of wanted something a bit more eye-catching. And as soon as I heard that they were bringing out more Imperial Knight variants from Games Workshop, I was like, oh, I've got to have me an Imperial Knight army. Just a really small elite force, and this guy was going to feature prominently in it because I didn't want to fancy paying the extra like 90-odd quid just to get an additional one that I was going to make the same loadout. So what I did, I pulled the carapace off. It was actually quite easy to remove the carapace. I don't know why. I must have future-proofed it for the fact that I might have been taking it off in the future when I first made it or something, but I don't really know why it was so easy to take off. Shoulder pads came off, arms came off, and then the lower armor plating came off as well. And as you can see, I kind of did it in this delicious, luscious candy apple green. It's really nice. Just look at the reflectiveness of it. However, the top of it has been dulled slightly, mainly because I had an infestation of bloody lacewing flies in here because I left my window open and my main light on. So I had to basically fog this place with a Raid aerosol weed killer, and obviously as it's settled, it's kind of tarnished the shoulder plate a little bit. I've kind of given it a little buff with a bit of a wet cloth, and it seems to be coming back to how it used to be, but it's nowhere near as shiny as it is, for example, down here, which I'm a little bit upset about. However, I also managed to repair the autocannon here, which is I was really quite chuffed about, because I lost it. And I've done a little bit of extra things. I've done some nice, I've tried to do a nice heat bluing effect. Not the best one that I've ever done, and you'll see a better version of it on some models in just a second. Yeah, I want to remove the carapace rather than repaint the entire thing, just because I didn't feel like I needed to repaint everything else. You know, I would have had to have faffed about repainting these purity seals, and I've faffed about repainting all the oil effects and stuff, and I just didn't want to do that. I couldn't be asked. I also decided to add a little bit of extra flair, a little flourish of colour with the iron shield here. Now that basically is just painted red with this stripe down the middle. Now I made the stripe using the in-between parts of a label. You guys will have seen it before if you watched my previous videos with my X-Wing stuff. I've used this kind of across the wings to create kind of like just a different effect, and it turned out quite nice because the iron shield is so flat. I was able to get a really nice effect with the red and the cream going on here. Then I put an Aquila in the middle just to give it a bit more of a, something to look at. And Bob's your uncle, the new Imperial Knight, was done. So yeah, I also redid the base, as you guys, ooh, lights in the way, as you guys can see there. So we got something a little bit of barbed wire. I kind of went for a muddy kind of scorched battlefield, heavily polluted. We got some oil drum here. We got some oil leakage over here and things like that, and that turned out pretty well as well. It turned out so well, as a matter of fact, that I decided to pretty much straight away after I painted that, get another one. This is the Night Warden kit. This is the kit that I didn't actually have because when I bought my original Knight, the Night Warden was not a thing, and I thought, do you know what? It's going to be. I needed to use this Power Fist. It's just freaking awesome, and I really like the articulation on it. I kind of left this very free. Obviously, the thumb moves, the fingers don't. Unfortunately, I was a bit annoyed about that, but the articulation on the arm is very good. You can kind of position it in a little bit. You can kind of be like, hey, I'm waving at you. But yes, that was really good. I went for the melter gun here as well, just because this is the Knight that's going to be getting up close and personal with people, because he's got the fist that can throw people, melter gun for a bit of extra oomph, and then he's got obviously a bit of an anti-personnel kind of Gatling, whatever the fuck this weapon's called, I can't remember really. And again, following the same kind of theme with the red and cream iron shield with the Aquila in the middle, he turned out really well. One of the things I like about this, I really like the faceplate on this Knight. It's really cool, looks proper knightly, which is great. some other things that I decided to do, because as again I wanted to have like a decent force of these, I decided to go ahead and purchase some armigers. So I got these guys. These guys are a really, really fun kit to build and to paint. He's a bit wobbly, because I don't glue these just for transport's sake. The armigers are really, really lovely, lovely models. There's not a bad thing I can say about them apart from the armigers that you get in the Forgebane kit, that you can only build them one way. There's no options. However, with the new releases from Games Workshop that have come out, it's not the releases, the teasers, should I say? You're going to get a couple more variants of these with an additional 2 faceplates. These are the kind of the only faceplates that I really liked. You've got the mono lens one there, and then you've got the one that's like an actual face. Not really a big fan of the face, but it was the best one out of the 3 other faces that was there. Again, gone with the really nice metallic candy apple green going on there, and we've even got, again, on these bits, it's much easier to show you guys. Let me just disconnect the torsos. We've got a heat blue effect. This is much better than what I did on the other Imperial Knight that I've just shown you. Really happy with the way this turned out. So it's got a blue going to like a purple, then ending in like a sepia kind of effect there. Really, really nice. And again, I've kind of reciprocated the colours on the shoulder pads. You can see where the stuff has fallen. I really need to rebuff these. And also my image is looking a bit undersaturated as well, so I'm going to have to add some saturation to that, pump a bit of colour back in post. But yeah, it's really, that aerosol bug spray that I had has really, really done a number on these. I'm quite annoyed actually. Oh my god, what's happened there? I don't even know. But now my fingers are covered in poison. Nice. I've not done an awful lot of detail on these guys, mainly because I wanted to get them tabletop ready, because I want to use these as soon as the Knight Castellan comes out, because these guys are basically, when they don't fall all over the place, these guys are basically going to be the bodyguards for my Knight Castellan when I finally get it, because my Knight Castellan is going to be very, very like long range focused. All the missiles, all the guns, not really much close combat-y, so these guys are going to be its backup essentially in close combat, and they are pretty deadly. I mean, the chain glaive things here, these are really, really good in combat, so I'm led to believe. And like I said, they've got the thermal lances, which are like an amped up melter gun, which is really cool as well. Again, followed the same kind of theme with the bases. We've got like the dead grass and like the oil effects and stuff. Really, really nice. I literally can't say a bad thing about the Armiger kits. That they're really nice. I might end up getting another one when the actual proper box set comes out, just to see, maybe just to do an unboxing, maybe to see the actual, all the different components and stuff. Maybe we'll get additional weapons that they've not showed us. I would highly suspect that. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna pop these to the side. Yeah, so the new Imperial Knights that are coming out, I can't wait, guys. It's gonna be so good. Basically, I've just been super excited to get my hands on him, and you guys will know from the Make Me Ramble video that I just can't wait. I literally can't wait. However, in my waiting, I have also been doing some other things. So I have decided that I would do some of these guys here. Now, you guys might be thinking, what the hell, Jojo Man's doing Infinity? No, guys. These are the Van Sars from Necromunda. I'm just going to I'm going to bring this camera down a touch, and then I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You might be wondering, why aren't they based properly? Well, that's because I'm going to break these off. This is literally just for painting sakes. I'm kind of going for a bit more of a green theme with these Van Sars. Again, we've only got basic colours blocked and washed at the moment, but they're a pretty cool gang, and I've chosen because there's not much flesh that I have to paint. In fact, the only flesh that I have to paint is on these faces right here. Now, these Van Sars, from what I'm led to believe, I don't know much about Necromunda, but these guys are supposed to use like really advanced weaponry, really advanced tech for hive gangers, but as a result, it's all like radioactive and stuff, so they're all like dying. So these guys are basically living in a half-life. Like their maximum age is like 30 or something. Like these guys are like teenagers essentially, but they all look really old. That's kind of the gist that I got from them. But really, really cool little models. Like I said, they've only literally got like 3 colours on them at the moment, but that will change soon enough once I get them all finished. I think what I'm going to do on some of like the raised areas, like on the shoulder pads here, like these 3 little lines of the shoulder pads, and on the knee pads, I'm going to do like in that really, really bright luminescent green that I've got, just to add a little splash of colour. And then especially on the eye lenses as well, as you can see there, I'm going to do little splashes of colour on those. But yeah, these are just something to tide me over until my Imperial Knight comes out. And plus, I've been wanting to get into Necromunda for a while, but a lot of the kits I've not really felt like in the mood of painting. The Goliaths, I did them for the Stormforge, and I don't really want to do them again because of the amount of flesh, and it was just an absolute ball ache to actually paint them. And I really, really, really don't want the female ones, the Esches, because they just look awful to paint. I just couldn't be bothered doing them. That would just be the biggest pain in the ass. So these guys, the least flesh possible. I'm going to go over and add some extra colours and stuff like that. I'm still not 100% happy on like the turquoise that I used, but I'm sure that once I pick out the details, like on these little tubes and stuff, and the little worky bits on them, and make the guns a little bit more interesting as well. Once I add some more colours, I'm sure that I'll come around to liking them. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I do apologise, it's only been a short one today, and it's a case of I've not really done that much since the last video, but I've just been too busy doing other things, and obviously money's an issue and various other whatnots and hoo-has, and plus Conan Exiles came out as well, as I said in the Make Me Ramble video, and that took a lot of my time. But anyway guys, don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe. What do you think of the Imperial Knights, guys? What do you think of my colour scheme choices? Leave a comment in the doobly-doo down below. Also don't forget to follow the Instagram, because you'll get little sneak peeks of what I'm up to there, and if you were following the Instagram, you will be keeping up with my adventures whilst I'm away from the hobby. But anyway guys, that's it for now, so thank you very much. Link to all the stuff is in the doobly-doo down below. Thank you very much for watching, see you now, and goodbye.